You were looking if the maids did their work properly or not. It was early in the morning, and you know he would be rushing to his office with his maximum speed. You were talking to the maids when all of you flinched hearing his yelling voice, which was spreading all over the mansion and sending shiver to everyone's body. You saw Thai coming downstairs being all annoyed and talking to someone, most probably his co-worker in his Bluetooth. I just didn't came to office yesterday and you guys can't even handle that a single deal, huh? I was having fever yesterday. Still, I think I could have handled the things better than you. I am coming to office, and if I don't get a proper explanation for the loss, then I guess I don't have to tell what I am capable of doing. He said, more like yelling. Your eyes roamed around to see the maids were hell scared and were standing together in group. You sighed and went to him after giving them assurance that nothing will happen. To be honest, here you yourself were scared like hell, but you tried to calm yourself. You saw he was still talking to his co-worker, but because of too much anger and annoyance, he wasn't able to focus up his on buttoning up his sleeves, making him grow more angry. You gently held his hand and started buttoning up his sleeves. You were all silent because you were yourself scared of him and his cold nature with the change. He gave you his other hand and you did the same with it. You helped him wearing his coat, which he was carrying in his hand. Breakfast is ready, have some, you said. He nodded and went to go to the dining room when the doorbell rang, making you and him confused. Who is this early in the morning? Soon the door opened, revealing crying Mrs. Kim and Mr. Kim consoling her and Thai's aunt and her son Jake. Mom, Dad, what is wrong? What happened? Why are you crying? He he said. They came inside, but you got a little confused when you saw Sophia with them, as she's your cousin. She wasn't that close to Kim family. Mrs. Kim, Thai, your sister-in-law, she's in hospital and in a very critical situation. What? How? Till yesterday she was fine. Auntie said, because of Ryan's family member. I already told you all when the wedding of him and Ryan was taking place that the family doesn't look good. But look, Ryan's this cousin Sophia, she had an affair with Jake. She's the reason of all this. After Leah found that Jake was having an affair with someone, she tried to commit. Because of her family today, we might have lost one of our family member. Sophia is your very close sister, right? Now, who will take responsibility of her actions? Sophia came running to you and held your hand and said, Uni, trust me, I wasn't the one who is at fault. He told me that he was single and everyone will accept me. I never knew that he was married. Trust me, Uni, I didn't did anything. You know me from childhood, right? I can't do this. They are blaming me and threatening to put me behind the bars. You might have misunderstood. She's not like the type of girl. Please trust her. You got cut when Auntie spoke. Then who is at fault? My son? This Sophia is a homebreaker and she deserves to be punished hard. Your entire family is a gold digger. First they got you married to Thai and to set your life, and now your sister. You shook your head as no and tried to say and convince Thai. Thai, we should consider all. You got cut by him when he yelled, enough, I'm leaving for hospital. I want to see my sister. He rushed out of there. You also tried to go and see her. After all, she is your sister-in-law as well. But you got stopped by her. Not you. Your face will remind her of your this characterless sister. You wanted to go, but you weren't allowed to. They all left. You sat there with your teary eyes. I also want to see her. God, please save her. How all this happened all of a sudden. You started crying, thinking what she had to go through, and her life was at critical point. You just sat there crying when Sophia said, Uni, I got cut by you when you said, "Go home, nothing is clear right now. It would be better if you stay away from Kim's. Go now." Time skipped to evening. You woke up on sofa. You didn't realize when you fell asleep on the sofa while thinking and being alone. You took out your phone and immediately called Tai. Tai, how is she? Is she fine? And what did the doctor said? You said everything in one go, and when you heard him sighing and said, "Yeah, now after so long treatment, she's fine, but she's refusing to meet anyone. I hope sure she'll be fine. Can I also come to the hospital?" You were waiting for his answer when in turn he just hung up the call. Did he just. Do you also think that my family and I am the reason for all this, like your aunt? What was her fault in all this? You burst into tears thinking of all the things happening. Where should you take a stand and on which side? You are all confused on what need to be done in all this situation. Leah Yuni was in hospital for almost 1 week, and all the time you were alone in the mansion. You went to the hospital to see her secretly, as no one was allowing you to see her, but you wanted to see her. You came back after seeing her and was sitting on sofa. The entire week you didn't talk to any other member of Kim family. After such a strong allegation, you didn't have courage or dignity to actually go and see if they are okay or not. You but took care of all of them secretly. You sent them food and proper beverage to them on time, though the maids and also through the maids, and also extra clothes in case of those who are staying in the hospital. Things were tough for your family, but what was hurting you was that maybe Tai is also blaming you for all this, and your family really invited destruction to his family. At first, some relatives were anyway angry as they didn't want it, yours and Tai's marriage to take place because of the class difference, and now your sisters matter. After you took a sigh in relief when Leah Yuni was fine, then what will happen with you? It was eating you away. You were all tensed up. You were lost in your thoughts when you heard the doorbell. The maids attended and opened the door. Your eyes widened when you saw Tai and Leah Yuni there. You immediately started leaving from there, as she really might get upset seeing you there. "Yes, you go from here. Your presence will hurt me," Leah said. Didn't even came to see me once when I was in hospital, and when you came as a nurse. What do you think? I'll not understand. It was you. No nurse can be that caring. Your eyes got teary and you went to her and hugged her. "Don't cry, Violet. It wasn't your fault. I know my mother-in-law made your life worse, but you're not at fault," I said. "We'll talk about all this later. Take Nuna to the guest room before the storm hit," out mentioned. You got confused, but the maids took her to the room. As soon as they left, he quickly embraced you, which caught you off guard, but you immediately hugged him back. "I'm sorry for pushing you away for the entire week. After what happened, I can't let that Jake near Nuna, and how much work will Dad, Mom and Auntie will do at this age, so I stayed at hospital. I didn't allow you to come there, or else your condition, which was already not in good condition, it would get worse, as Aunt might have said something really harsh to you. In hospital, we were all the time worried what if we lost her. Her condition was so unsteady, but I should have taken care of you as well. I'm sorry. You were calling me every single night to make sure I was right. What else you could have done? At first I thought you were also," you confessed when he shook his head as no and tightened his grip on you. "You fulfill your duty as husband and a family member. You were strong," you said as you wiped his tear away. You saw him crying. Tai, but now what will happen? Aunt will not leave me or Sophia. She is still blaming us. Because you are at fault. How dare you, Tai? You did this, the aunt said from behind, and threw the newspaper on table as he smirked and sat on sofa like a king. In the entire week I was vulnerable because of my sister's condition, but now it's time for some changes. I have done a simple thing, kicked your cheater son out of my empire, and got this news published every year. It was her sister's fault. Her sister is responsible for that, she exclaimed. What if my sister would have cheated on him? Then you would have made the guy with whom she cheated responsible for all this, say? No, you would have tagged her character list. The same thing is happening here. He is the cheater here. That poor girl Sophia, she didn't even knew anything. I got the phone record checked and it clearly shows that he was the one who approached her. And do you want to hear the call recordings? He said with a smirk. Or should I get that directly released on media? What happened now? Care for your tongue. It was your son who kept two ladies in dark and cheated on both of them, and you want me to punish Ryan and Sophia for that? The entire week I took care of my sister. You know why? Because the wedding took place because of me. Sister's father had trust on me that no matter what, I'll always keep things right. And today, when her father is not alive, you want me to say her to compromise and stay with your cheater son, huh? You really thought that brainwashing me against my own wife will hide your son's character? And how can I forget your hair? Want to see Ryan because Ryan kept your son behind the bars for entire week? Because he misbehaved with a girl, huh? Do you think I'm a fool? You tagged that poor soul a homebreaker. Why? Even if Sophia did an affair with a married man, still your son would be at fault. Why only woman is a homebreaker? I have already kicked your entire family out of my empire, and now leave because my guards will kick you out if you don't. You did all this because of this pathetic woman, she said. One word against her, and I'll make sure that you also go behind the bars with your son. Confused? My sister has filed a case against your son, and soon you'll see that in court. Try not to lose very badly. She left from there with her son, who was giving him death glare in mind. Leah, Uni, and Jake loved each other, but Uni's father wasn't in favor because of Jack's character, but I was the one whom he trusted that her daughter will never face any misery. Whatever I did, it was to prove that she is not an orphan and never will be. She is a part of our family and will stay a part of our family. You stayed there all frozen on what happened there and how the tables turned immediately. You got pulled. You gasped as it was the first time you were like this. What are you doing? Leave me alone. You know how torturous that time was when you didn't talk to me. He pecked your forehead and cheeks and said, I'm sorry, but it was necessary to show Aunt that I was against you, or else you saw those nasty people would have destroyed all the evidence which can get Nuna justice. And mom was there for you, huh? The entire time she was trying to explain me that you weren't at fault. One was there brainwashing me and the other teaching me. You started laughing at his word, making him chuckle as well. For the entire week, we were at different places. Finally, I'll sleep in my comfortable bedroom with a silly girl who will hug me, thinking her pillow, which she herself kicked out of the bed while sleeping. You got embarrassed by his word and hit him on his chest. Why and Pop? I thought, what if Thai support me, still his parents and aunt will make us break our relationship, but at least now I don't have that fear. Time skip after 6 months. You were trying to remove the necklace from your neck as you went to the party with Thai, so you were wearing it. Why is it not coming off? You pull the necklace a little violently, making a cut on your neck, and you hissed in pain. Shh. Don't have patience. He carcased your red area and put a bandage there. Leah, you got me ready like this. Nothing is coming off. This tightly fixed jewelry and this weird cute dress. I will come and take her help. Let me trouble her a bit. You're about to go when he held you by your waist. Uni just did something which will help me today.